Here we are again where people are asking, is there anything better than Weller? Well, you know, on WhiskeyTube, myself and a bunch of other creators have gone through and said, hey, here are some alternatives to Weller. And we come up with, some very, very logical offerings like the Bardstown Wheated, that's 106 proof, and the Green River Foolproof Wheated at 109 proof. That are logical steps to take to see if there's something that is either as good as an alternative to Weller. Now, are they direct replacements? No, there will not be a direct replacement ever. The question that we must have, and what question we must ask ourselves is there anyone out there that is going to produce something or offer something that is better than Weller? And that's what we want to try and figure out. Is there any company that's willing to try and do this? Are they going to offer anything to stores that could be better than Weller? And what if I told you that there are a couple of bottles that are starting to come out, being selected by stores around the United States as store picks that have the potential to be better than Weller? And what if I told you they're from Bardstown and Green River? Hi everyone, welcome to Highly Allocated Problems. My name's Jeff, and as I previously stated, everyone is always looking for an alternative to Weller. Whether that's they believe that Weller is overhyped, whether they don't think it's that good, or it's just impossible to get in their area, and so therefore they're looking for alternatives that are affordable and readily available. So when the Bardstown Wheated at 106 proof and the Green River Foolproof Wheated were introduced at 106 proof and 109 proof, we thought, hey, great, these are great alternatives. And they are good quality. They are. I did a review. Weller still came out from a flavor standpoint, still above. This is a really terrific level of alternative here. If you just can't get Weller, these are great. They are fantastic, and the value for them is amazing. MSRPs on these are so good that unless you're getting Weller at MSRP, it doesn't matter. You can get these and be happy. So what if you could be happier? And so Bardstown and Green River both said, yeah, what if we could be happier? What if we offered wheated bourbon store picks at any proof point that you desire? And then Green River said, you know what, we're gonna follow suit. Why don't we do some wheated store picks of our own and see if some people can get some proof points closer to that Weller Foolproof and see how it fares. And I happen to have a couple here to test that theory out. We're gonna try the Bardstown Wheated Bourbon from Barrel Heads in Owensboro, Kentucky. And this is coming in at 129 proof. Pretty much barrel proof wheated bourbon. Hell yeah. And this is the one I'm most excited for. And then the Green River, also from Barrel Heads in Owensboro, is 119 proof wheated foolproof bourbon. Each barrel is independently unique with its flavor profiles, where it was aging in the rick house, the floor, the temperatures, yada, 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 you name it, it could be a variable in terms of what that flavor profile of the single barrel is. So I am super excited for these. So let's get these into the Glen, on the nose, and on the palate, and just give them their first initial reaction to see how good they are, and then we will blind it against Weller Foolproof and Antique 107 and see, hey, is it possible that we are at the precipice of we don't need that damn Weller anymore. We've got something better. All right, first we're pouring the wheated bourbon at 129 proof from Bardstown, which is a single barrel pick from Barrel Heads at Owensboro, Kentucky. And then we will follow it up with this Green River Foolproof Wheated Bourbon single barrel from Barrel Heads as well at 119 proof. Let's get it into the glass. Okay, let's kick things off with getting these both on the nose and just seeing what are we dealing with out the gate here rather than pouring them and directly comparing them to Weller. Let's see what we're getting from them out the gate and see if it's even worthwhile. I imagine it is, but let's give it a fair shake first. All right, let's get this on the nose here. We're gonna start with this Bardstown. Woo. Oh, there is some mighty fine stuff going on here. There is like confectionery sugar and apple and cinnamon, some sweet oak. Ooh, that smells really, really good. Really, really good. Wow. I cannot wait to get this on the palate. This smells tremendous. There's even some like confectionery sugar there. Oh, that's just tremendous. Let's get this on the palate and we'll see how it fares. Wow. Wow. That is like a glazed donut with some cherry compote glaze on it. Oh my gosh. Plus there's like this back end, a little bit of like vanilla custard and some baking spice. Holy crud, is that good. Wow. I was expecting it to be better than the wheated bourbon at 106 proof. That's their normal offering, but that is ridiculous. Oh, and it's called Heads Pastry Shop. Makes 100% sense. Like I said, it's like a glazed donut, maybe with even a little bit of maple syrup in there, like a maple glazed donut with some vanilla custard and like some cherry compote, like either filling. It is tremendous. Wow. All right, let me clear my palate here and then we'll try this Green River over here. Now let's get into this Green River pick. This is 119 proof and it's called She's a Little Wheaty. And that's a great name. All right, let's get it on the nose. Lot of just straight up vanilla. Little sweet fruit, oak. Not a lot else going on here. Yeah, nothing, honestly, nothing too crazy on the nose. So let's get it on the palate. I'm actually, I'm super surprised at how bland it actually kind of is. There's definitely that like bready, weedy kind of flavor that you get that represents like a pastry kind of note going on, kind of like that was with the Bardstown, but it's just like not super pronounced. There's a little bit of cherry on the back end, like cherry candy on the back end. A little bit of spiciness, like baking spice. But for the most part, I'm not getting a whole lot. That leads me to believe that if I were to put this up against Weller, it would probably not fare very well. So I'm not going to. I'm gonna put them up against this Bardstown because this Bardstown is fantastic. It is truly fantastic. So let's set this up. Now remember, this is not a blind. This is comparing apples to apples, seeing which do I like. Is it better than the Weller? In my opinion, is what we're going for here. So don't try, you can tell them apart really, really easily. Just proof alone would tell me which one's which. So it's not trying to figure out if I can blind them and which one I'd prefer, because it's not even an apples to apples thing. It's, do I prefer this over these Wellers or not? So that's what we're going to do. Into my turkey slut Glencairns. That's right, I said turkey slut. I mean, if you don't believe me, there it is, turkey slut. Because I am one. I have on the right Weller Full Proof, on the left Antique 107, and then next to said Bardstown bottle is the Bardstown. So let's go through and see what we prefer. This is a very, very strong offering. I can say right now it's a very, very strong offering. The 106 proof standard shelfer, 106 proof standard shelfer Bardstown Wheated was close in terms of being an alternative, but was it better? And no, it wasn't better, in my opinion. So I'm looking to see would I find this better than these Weller products? We're gonna start on the right here with the full proof. I mean, there it is. Like, it's Weller full proof. On the nose, it smells good. It smells good. You can't hate on it. It smells good. The 107 also a little bit. It's, you know, I think the full proof just has like this like vanilla note that punches higher on the 107 than the 107 does. But I've always preferred that the 107 tastes better. I don't know why, but it just has. So when I compare it, Jesus, the depth of flavor, or that is like the smell that's on this is insane compared to these. Like, you get just fruit bomb and vanilla. It's all over the goddamn place. And it is just divine on the nose. And it's like deep and dark and just, it's a sultry mistress is what it is. And it's, oh, I love the smell of this. These are good. It's just, I don't think it even compares to the Bardstown. It doesn't. It just doesn't. All right, let me get some full proof on the palate and we'll see what happens here. There's that creaminess, that fruitiness, the vanilla. It's good. That's good. I mean, if you say that Weller full proof isn't good, it's good. Okay? Does it get a lot of hate for being, you know, whether like the secondary market? Yes, it's still good. Okay? Get Antique 107 on the palate before I can get this back on the palate and compare it. Now that I have some familiar notes. Cheers to the 107 here. Yeah, see, there's that like, that fruity apple. Oh gosh, that is so good. And the Antique 107 is just, there's a reason that it's like one of my favorite pours. That velvety fruitiness that just envelops your mouth with a little bit of spice, which is really good. Okay, now that I have palate familiarity with full proof and 107, I'm gonna take a sip of this Bardstown 129 proof store pick from Barrel Heads, and we'll just see. All right, here we go. Cheers. All day, 6 ways to Sunday, I would rather drink this. Wow, it's not even close. And I adore Antique 107, and it's not even close. Folks, this is like, whoever named this the Barrel Heads Pastry Shop, you friggin' nailed it. This is just such a delectable sweet pastry. It's like a donut or a fritter that with icing and like a cherry filling, and there's like vanilla custard that is also in it. It's like cherry and vanilla, like it's just all over the place and it's delicious. My gosh. If your store can do one of these wheated full-proof picks, you have got an absolute banger on your hands. Run out, and especially like if you're getting them at 120 plus proof, this thing is killer. I would buy this all day before I worry about buying a full proof or 107. I think the next thing I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to bust out, and I hate to do it, I'm gonna have to bust out the single barrel full proof and 107s, the store pick full proof and 107s, to see, hey, let's really put this to the test. Because this, it's not even like close, not even close. This is better, not even close. I hope you and your stores, your local store, can get one of these Bardstown Wheated foolproof picks. Now, I don't even think they're foolproof. They're just wheated bourbon picks, and you can pick whatever proof you want. And amongst that, whoever picked this one at 129 proof, that is just amazing. That's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. We are very close. We're like 150 or less subscribers away from 2,000 subscribers, in which we are going to do a giveaway of a Russell's Reserve 13 Batch 6, an Eagle Rare 12, a Stag 26A or 25D. It will be your choice as a subscriber if you enter the raffle and win. And that's coming directly to you free of charge, and it is free to subscribe, so please do so today. I appreciate your support. I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and we'll talk to you later. See ya.